Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Toy Collector Review with me, Sergeant Geek. Today we're going to be looking at a retro blast from the past. This here's the Superpower set, and first up we're going to be looking at the Batwing. Now this Batwing is kind of familiar if you look at it. It's not the one that he actually used on the show. This is modeled after the '89 Batwing from the Tim Burton Batman movie, which is really cool. I was never able to get my hands on one of those, so actually having this one is pretty sweet. Now, as you can see here on the box, it's a very simple box, simple design, but it's so retro of the '80s, of the original Superpowers action figures and everything. This thing is really cool. I like it a lot. I wish they'd make a black one later on to actually go with my Tim Burton collection, but this blue one here is just as good. So guys, let's go ahead and let's open the box and let's take a look at the vehicle itself. All right, let me get something to cut the tape. Here we go. All right, let's pull this out. Let's check this thing out. I am super excited to see this. Okay, this thing looks pretty sweet so far. Let's go ahead and get it out of this hard shell. Doesn't look like it's tied down. So the wings do fold up, which is pretty cool for convenience. This is pretty sweet. Now it does look like the old Tim Burton Batwing, which is really nice. You can see it's got a trigger on the bottom. The original one from the '89 Tim Burton had a whole grip and everything to fly the Batwing around. This one, they just eliminated it, which is still pretty cool. Let's get this tape off here so we can open up this cockpit. Kind of sucks that I cut my nails. Makes it kind of hard to get this tape. Let's go. There we go. Alright, so there we go. Let's open up the cockpit. Now it's a basic, simple cockpit. Not much to it. Just a seat with some stickers and a bat steering wheel. All in all, still pretty cool. Now, it is in the color scheme of the bat plane that Batman used to use on the Super Friends TV show. But as you can see, this also mimics, this is the Tim Burton plane, which is once again really nice, really awesome. I think it's cool. But guys, let's go ahead and let's bust out some of the figures, because I did buy some action figures from this toy line as well to go along with this plane. Alright guys, so we got the Batwing, we took a look at that, but obviously I had to get somebody else in order to make it a complete set. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Superpowers version of Batman. This is the, I believe, 21 or 22 version reissue of the figure. Now, as you can see, it kind of looks like it did back in the day, if you guys ever got these when you were a kid. Very nicely done, the see-through plastic so you can actually see the figure there. Very simple design. Very nice. I believe these are done by McFarlane Toys, if I'm not mistaken. As you can see, Wave 1 has Superman, Darkseid, and Batman. Then it comes with two vehicles, the Batwing and the Supermobile. There is a little bio right there for Batman. Now, a lot of people want to keep these in the case. I'm not going to do that. These things are super cool. I want to actually take a look at it. So let's go ahead and let's pop them out of the plastic. Let's see. Looks like he's got something holding him in here, or it's just holding the cape. Doesn't seem to be tied down, so Batman should be able to pop out of the hard shell. All right, there we go. And it looks like they kept that '80s design of the cape actually going onto the figure instead of being glued or mounted in, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and let's get the cape on Batman. Let's get it reshaped. All right, that's looking pretty cool there. I'm actually liking this. This is really cool. This is nice. Now, it looks really nice here. This is a really cool Batman. I do like the head sculpt on this one, as I do have a '89 original Batman, which is pretty much the Superpowers Batman, and the head sculpt is kind of cartoonish. This one looks a lot better. He does have basic the basic design and functions of the original figures. As you can see, the arms can go up, it has bend at the knees, bend at the hips, no hip rotation. The arms, I think, are posed in that one particular way, it doesn't bend at the elbows. But let's see, there we go, it does stand pretty good. It is a good Batman figure, but we got 2 more figures to go check out in this series, so let's go ahead and check those guys out right now.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Coming from the farthest reaches of the universe to challenge the worst villains on Earth are the most powerful heroes ever in the battle of the Superpowers Collection. What's this? The dam's about to blow and take Robin with it? Who'll stop the Joker and Luthor?
Aquaman!
Kenner's new Superpowers Collection. Figures with power action, each sold separately with its own mini-comic.
Aquaman's down!
Who can help now? A power ring, a power action punch.
Defuse the bomb!
Can this madness be stopped in time? You decide.
Alright guys, so the next figure we're going to actually be taking a look at is the bad guy that comes in wave 1, and this here is Darkseid. Now once again, this is similar to the original Darkseid that came out, but this one is modernized coloring, just like the Batman. As you can see, once again, very nice packaging. That retro style there looks really good, very nicely done. And on the back, as you can see, once again, the 3 figures in this wave, the 2 vehicles, and a little backstory on Darkseid right there. If you guys want to freeze the frame and read it, go right ahead. But let's go ahead, let's take them out of the package. Well, you can see here they have collector serial numbers on these as well. I forgot to mention that on the Batman figure. But let's go ahead, let's get Darkseid out, and let's take a quick look at him. Now this one here is a lot heavier because he is a little bit bigger than the Batman figure, but they do feel really nice in my opinion. I do like the feel of them. They are very retro, very cool. Let me see if I can get him to stand. I think his legs are a little bit bent, so they're gonna have to get bent into shape a little bit because of the packaging. But very cool figure. Let's go ahead, take a quick closer look at him. As you can see, the head sculpt is nicely done, and the body and everything is done really nice. But like I said, it's got that new age but retro feel to it, which is really cool. So these things are gonna look really good on my display shelf. Very nicely done with the head there. Make sure my camera can focus on it really good so you guys get a good shot of it. And I do like the texture on the arms, the gloves, the shoulder pads. Everything looks really nice on this figure. Like you can see there's bent a little bit. That's just him being packaged a certain way. But once again, this figure is done really nice. I like the texture of him. He is gonna look really cool on my shelf. And as with Batman, whoops, almost dropped him. As with Batman, no bend in the elbows, but the knees and the hips do have posability in them, so you have that there, which is pretty much the way the original figures came out. So I'm not mad at that. This is a retro reissue, so it's really cool. And I didn't show it on the Batman, but they do have the ability to turn the heads left or right. Now my guy's a little stiff, being just out of the plastic. So once I get him a little bit warmed up and get him to pose right, he's gonna look really cool on the shelf along with the other superpower figures that I do plan on buying in this set. So we got one more figure to go. Let's go ahead and check out the next one. And the next one is from their wave 2 because they actually came out almost back to back. So let me pull out the next figure right now. Alright guys, so we got one more figure to take a look at, so let's bring him out right now. This is probably one of my favorite characters other than Batman, and that is the Flash, and that's due to the CW TV show that I started watching when it first aired. Now once again, as always, it's got the retro design of the 80s. Very cool here, and it is modernized as well, so he does look really good. And this is, I believe, from the Wave 2 series, where you can see they added the Flash, Green Lantern, and a weird Batman Joker, the Batman Who Laughs. Never really got into that one, but it is there if you guys are into it. So let's go ahead, let's bust out the Flash, and let's take a look at this figure here. Now, as you can see, Flash is a little bit thinner than the Batman figure and the Darkseid, obviously, because he's actually a smaller character than those two guys. But once again, really nicely done. Like the way the head sculpt is. Same retro action figure posability. Very cool, very cool. This is a very nicely done Flash figure here. Now, hopefully my camera will actually hold. You can actually see they got some detail in the eyes. If my camera will focus a little bit better. I definitely gotta get this camera reworked. Now it's all blurred out. Let me see. Let me just to see if I can tweak it myself. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There, much better. Now you can see a little bit more of the details a lot better. Now his hands are closed, so he doesn't actually able to carry or hold anything. But nevertheless, this Flash here is super ripped, as you can see. Still nicely done though. He is going to make an excellent addition to my superhero shelf. I like the way that they didn't just paint the belt on, they actually molded it on. The arms are painted, but that's fine. Like I said, no big issue there. And I like the way they sculpted the head with him, especially. You can see there, it's in the back, so it's kind of cool. But just like always, same posability. Let me just work them out so I can get them to stand, because these guys do come in pretty stiff when they come out the package. But I am liking this series. I'm probably gonna buy a couple more whenever I can get my hands on some, because Walmart doesn't have them often, but when they do, I'm gonna try to see if I can get the whole set, at least create the Justice League with them. And they went to camera once again. Oh, there we go. Alright guys, but that's gonna end it for today. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap up another episode of Toy Collector Review. Now when it comes to the reissue, redesign, superpower action figures, are they worth collecting? I believe so. They are so full of nostalgia, especially for guys like me who actually played with these as a kid. Some people are going to collect these guys sealed in the package on the card back. The card backs are awesome as well. I'm not going to lie. I would like to save some in the packaging, but I'm a guy that likes to actually take them out and actually put them on display. And like I said, I have some of the original superpower figures, so I'm going to display those as well. These are really cool. Now, are they going to be collectible? Probably in the package. I'm not 100% sure that the open versions are going to be collectible by anybody, because like I said, not much with the posability on these guys. They're really cool, they're really awesome, but they're not compared to the other figures that are out now, especially some of the other McFarlane toy lines that are more detailed, more posable, a lot better in a whole lot of other different aspects. But these guys to me are super cool, and like I said, I might collect some sealed just to save off for value, but I'm gonna actually open mine up. If the value doesn't hold, it doesn't hold. That's just me. Like I said, it's your collection. You collect what you see fit. You do with your toys whatever you want to do with them. They're yours. But guys, once again, we come to that point in the video where if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, become a member of this channel. Hit that bell notification so you can be notified every time I put out a new video. And guys, share these videos on all your social media platforms and smash that like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. And guys, if there's anything you would like to see on this channel, go ahead and hit me in the comment section below, and I will do my best to get that out there for you guys. Once again, guys, I'm Sergeant Geek, and I'm signing off.